Andy, sir, I'd love to get your thoughts just on today's action, because yesterday, after President Trump tweeted that the talks were called off for stimulus, we saw the market sell off into the close. Today, the fact that he is urging Congress to at least get something done, investors seem to be latching onto that. And what's striking me, at least a little bit, about this was we largely expected that we weren't going to get a stimulus deal. And we heard from a number of our guests that it wasn't that important to the markets, that everything has been priced in at this point. But when you take a look at the action yesterday and the buying that we're seeing today, it clearly shows that investors are at least encouraged and would like to see some sort of deal out of Washington.
Yeah, another way to look at it, Shauna, is that Donald Trump is a cat playing with a mouse. And the mouse is the market. The mouse is you, the investor, right? I mean, it was interesting. I hadn't refreshed my screen. I was looking at the headline from yesterday, and stocks down as Trump nixes stimulus deal, and then stocks up as Trump okays limited stimulus deal. I mean, you can make the case, Shauna, that this is actually smart, that with some gridlock in Washington, the president is taking a targeted approach. It's essentially a compromise. And the airlines, there is a multiplier effect when it comes to those companies, because we know they're giant employers, and it really helps the economy's gears start working. And then, of course, some money to the people with the $1,200 checks. Fine. Okay, so you got that over here. And of course, as Jared was saying, looking at the groups that were responding well today, is basically your higher beta sectors, including tech. And it's a little surprising because of the report that came out of David Cicilline's committee, really slamming big tech, FAMG, you can't pronounce it, right? Microsoft instead of Netflix. So what's going on here? But really, Facebook was the only one that responded negatively, as Jared pointed out. So I guess you could make the case that if it wasn't for Congress, those stocks would be up even more. And if you get this blue wave, then, those companies are going to be in real trouble. They've really yet to be reined in by anybody at this point. And I think even if the Democrats take both houses and the presidency, I still think, they're going to be hard pressed to come up with a real way to address the concerns that those companies are presenting our society and probably our economy as well.